Liam had always dreamed of exploring the stars. The small human pilot had spent his whole life gazing at the sky, imagining what might lie beyond the clouds of his home planet. Now, in the quiet of his cockpit, he felt both excitement and nervousness. His ship, the Aurora, glided smoothly through space, its engines humming softly. Liam adjusted the controls, scanning the distant system he had never visited before. He had heard stories of strange planets, hidden dangers, and creatures unlike anything humans had seen. Today, he would see for himself. The star system was beautiful, filled with rings of glittering asteroids and moons that shone like tiny jewels. Liam smiled, his hands steady on the controls. Then suddenly, the calm was broken. A meteor storm appeared on the radar. Rocks the size of houses hurtled toward him. He felt his heart pound. "Steady, Liam. You can do this," he whispered to himself. He twisted the controls, dodging one meteor after another. Sparks flew from the ship as small rocks hit the hull. He was skilled, but the storm was relentless. A sudden, massive rock struck the Aurora, shaking it violently. Alarms blared, and Liam fought to keep control. He realized he could not escape the storm. There was only one option: he needed to find a planet to land on. His scanners picked up a green, glowing world below. It looked like a paradise. Liam focused on the landing sequence, praying the ground would be soft enough to survive the impact. The ship crashed with a loud thud, skidding across the alien soil. Dust and small rocks flew in all directions. Liam struggled to breathe. His body ached, but he was alive. Slowly, he crawled out of the wreckage. The planet was unlike anything he had ever seen. Trees with translucent leaves glowed gently. Flowers with colors he could not name covered the ground. The air was fresh, and the sky shone with two suns, casting long, soft shadows. Liam stood and took a deep breath, amazed. This place was beautiful and peaceful, but he knew it could be dangerous. As he examined the damage to his ship, Liam heard a faint sound. It was a cry, soft and urgent. His heart beat faster. He followed the sound carefully, stepping over glowing roots and soft moss. He reached a small clearing and froze. A figure was trapped in a strange plant that seemed to move on its own. Its vines wrapped gently but tightly around a young woman. She struggled but could not free herself. Her hair shimmered like silver light, and her eyes were bright and intelligent. She was unlike any human Liam had ever seen. "Wait, I will help you," Liam said, his voice calm but firm. He approached the plant carefully, unsure how it would react. He remembered his training in engineering and biology. Using a small tool from his belt, he cut the vines one by one. The plant hissed softly but did not attack. Liam continued until the last vine fell away. The young woman collapsed to the ground, breathing heavily but safe. "Thank you," she said in a voice that was soft but full of authority. Her words were accented by a rhythm Liam did not recognize, yet he understood her perfectly. "You risked yourself for me." Liam smiled nervously. "I could not leave you there." "Are you hurt?" She shook her head. "No, I am fine now." "You are different from the others I have seen. Brave and kind." Her gaze held him. Liam felt warmth spread through him. He had never met anyone like her. "My name is Liam," he said. "I am a human, from the planet Earth." "What is your name?" "I am Myra," she replied, standing gracefully. "I come from a world beyond your understanding. I am a princess of my people." Liam blinked. A princess? His mind raced. He had heard of alien royalty in stories, but he had never imagined meeting one. And here she was, standing in front of him, not afraid, not hiding, yet commanding respect simply by being herself. I am honored, Liam said honestly. He realized his words might sound small compared to her presence, but he felt them deeply. Myra smiled faintly. Your people are strange and small, yet there is courage in your heart. That is rare in travelers from other planets. Liam felt a surge of pride. He had never considered himself particularly brave. But in that moment, he understood that bravery was not about size or strength, it was about action, about doing the right thing when it mattered. For hours, they talked. Myra told him about her planet, the forests, the cities that floated above the ground, and the energy that powered their technology. Liam shared stories of Earth, of oceans, mountains, and the simple joys of human life. They laughed at the differences, marveled at the similarities, and slowly, a bond formed. As the suns began to set, painting the sky in shades of gold and violet, Liam realized he did not want this moment to end. Myra, too, lingered in his presence. She seemed curious about everything he said, and yet she watched him with quiet admiration. I must return to my people soon, Myra said softly, her eyes reflecting the glow of the sunset. But you have shown me something I did not expect. You have a heart that is pure, and that is rare among humans I have met. Liam swallowed hard. I wish I could stay with you longer. There is something about you. I feel like I have known you forever. Myra looked at him, a faint smile playing on her lips. Perhaps fate has brought us together for a reason, Liam. Perhaps this is only the beginning. In that moment, the sounds of the alien forest seemed to fade. Liam felt that he was no longer alone in the universe. There was someone who understood him, someone who saw the courage and kindness in his heart. Myra, the alien princess, stood before him, not as a distant ruler, but as a being who could share his journey. As night fell, Liam helped Myra find a safe place to rest near the forest. He gathered materials from his ship to create a small shelter. Myra watched him work, her expression thoughtful. You are different from the others, Liam. Humans are small, yes, but you have strength that cannot be measured by size alone. Liam smiled. I hope to learn from you too. Your world, it is incredible. And so are you. Myra nodded, her silver hair glowing under the twin moons. She felt a connection with this human, something deep and rare. In her heart, she knew that their meeting was no accident. Something had brought them together, and she wanted to see where it would lead. As they rested under the glowing sky, neither of them knew the challenges that awaited. Factions on Myra's planet would not approve of a human close to their princess. Dangers lurked in the forests and beyond the mountains. Yet, in that quiet moment, with stars above and soft winds around them, Liam and Myra found a spark of trust and friendship. A spark that could grow into something far greater than either of them had imagined. The first chapter of their story had begun. And though the universe was vast and full of unknowns, Liam felt something he had never felt before: hope, courage, and the feeling that perhaps, just perhaps, he was meant to be here. The next morning, Liam awoke to the soft light of the twin suns rising over the alien forest. Birds with sparkling wings flew between glowing trees, and the air was filled with the gentle hum of life. Liam stretched and looked around. The forest felt alive, as if it watched over him and Myra. She was already awake, sitting nearby, her silver hair shining in the sunlight. She smiled when she saw him stirring. "Good morning, Liam," she said softly. "I hope you slept well." "I did," he replied, smiling. "It is unlike anything I have ever experienced. This world, it feels magical." Myra laughed quietly. "It is beautiful, yes. But there is danger as well. Many creatures in these forests are not friendly. You must be careful." "I will be," Liam promised. "I have survived worse than a few wild animals." Myra studied him for a moment, her eyes thoughtful. "You are different from other humans I have met. Small, yet brave. You do not act for power or reward. You help because it is right. That is rare." Liam felt warmth spread through him. He was not used to being praised, especially by someone as extraordinary as Myra. "I just do what I can. That is all," he said humbly. They spent the morning exploring the nearby area. Myra guided Liam through hidden paths in the forest, showing him plants that glowed at night and fruits that healed minor injuries. Liam was amazed by the technology that seemed natural, woven seamlessly into the world. He saw floating bridges connecting cliffs, energy streams that powered homes, and soft lights that moved through the trees like fireflies. "Your world is incredible," Liam said. "It is alive in ways I never imagined. Everything works together, and yet it feels free, not forced." Myra nodded. "We have learned to live in balance with nature. Our people believe that power is not only in strength or knowledge, but in understanding and respect." As they walked, they came across a small river with clear, sparkling water. Liam knelt to take a drink, then noticed Myra watching him. "You are learning quickly," she said. "Many humans would fear the unknown. You trust your instincts, and you respect this world. That is why I feel comfortable with you." Liam looked at her, feeling a strange connection. "I feel the same. There is something about you, Myra, that makes me want to do my best. I want to help, I want to understand, I want to be here." Myra smiled faintly. "Perhaps fate has brought us together, Liam. Perhaps there is a reason beyond what we can see." The day passed with laughter and conversation. Liam tried the fruits Myra offered, learning which ones were sweet and which had a bitter taste. He marveled at the flying creatures and helped Myra repair a small broken device that controlled a floating bridge. She watched him work, impressed by his creativity and patience. "You see solutions in ways I did not expect," Myra said. "Your mind is clever, Liam. Clever and kind. That combination is rare in any world." Liam felt proud but also nervous. He did not want to appear boastful. "I just try to do what is right," he said. As evening approached, the twin suns set slowly, turning the sky into shades of pink and gold. Myra led Liam to a hill that overlooked the forest. The view was breathtaking. Liam stood silently, absorbing the beauty of the world and the moment he shared with her. "This is my favorite place," Myra said softly. "When I am troubled, I come here. It reminds me of the balance and harmony we must protect. And now I wanted to share it with you." Liam turned to her, feeling a surge of emotion. "I am honored, Myra. Thank you for sharing this with me. I I feel like I have found something important here. Something I cannot explain." Myra looked at him with a gentle expression. "You are important, Liam. Your courage, your heart, your willingness to understand, these are qualities that matter more than strength or power. That is why I trust you." They sat together on the hill as the suns disappeared, and the twin moons began to rise. The forest glowed softly under the moonlight. Liam felt a peace he had never known before. In Myra's presence, he was not just a small human from a distant planet. He felt strong, capable, and understood. Suddenly, a noise broke the quiet. Liam and Myra turned to see movement in the forest below. Shadows shifted between the trees. Myra's eyes narrowed. Factions on my planet watch me carefully. They will not approve of a human near me. We must be cautious. Liam nodded, understanding the seriousness in her voice. I will protect you. Whatever comes, I will stand by you. Myra studied him, her expression softening. I believe you, Liam. That is why I feel safe with you. You are small, yes, but your heart is large, and that is what matters most. They spent the night under the stars, talking quietly. Liam learned about Myra's people, their history, and the challenges they faced. Myra listened to his stories of Earth, of mountains, oceans, and forests filled with life. Each story brought them closer, bridging the gap between two very different worlds. As they finally rested, Liam thought about how extraordinary this day had been. He had crash-landed on an unknown planet, met an alien princess, and formed a connection unlike anything he had experienced. Myra, too, lay awake, thinking about the human who had shown her courage and kindness. She felt hope that perhaps humans could be more than she had ever imagined. By the time morning arrived, Liam and Myra had established a bond built on trust, curiosity, and mutual respect. They were different in every way, yet they had found understanding. In the vast universe, they had discovered something rare, a connection that crossed worlds, a friendship that could become something stronger. Liam knew that challenges awaited them. Myra's royal position meant dangers, and her planet had rules humans could not understand. Yet, for the first time, he felt that he was not just a small traveler in a vast galaxy. He had a purpose, and it was tied to the extraordinary princess beside him. As the twin suns rose again, Liam looked at Myra and said softly, "Thank you for trusting me. I will not let you down." Myra's eyes sparkled. "I do not doubt you, Liam. You have shown me that courage and kindness are more important than strength or size. That is why I feel this bond between us. Perhaps this is only the beginning of something greater." With that, they began another day of exploration and learning. Each step, each moment, strengthened the connection between human and alien. They did not yet know what trials awaited, but one thing was certain: together, they could face anything. The sun had just risen over the glowing forest when Liam and Myra began their day. The air was cool, and birds with bright feathers sang melodies Liam had never heard before. Myra led him along a narrow path, deeper into the woods. Liam noticed the way the forest seemed to watch them, every tree and plant moving subtly as if aware of their presence. He felt both awe and caution. "Where are we going today?" Liam asked. Myra glanced at him. "I want to show you a place that is important to my people. But first, you must understand something. Not all my world welcomes strangers. There are those who do not trust humans. Some will challenge you, Liam. You must be ready." Liam nodded firmly. "I am ready. Whatever comes, I will do my best to protect you." They walked for hours, the forest changing with every step. Strange flowers glowed faintly, and vines moved like gentle waves. Myra explained how her people had learned to communicate with nature. Liam listened closely, amazed by the harmony. He had never imagined a planet where every living thing seemed connected. Finally, they reached a large clearing. In the center stood a group of beings, taller and stronger than humans. They were members of Myra's court, tasked with protecting her. Their eyes narrowed as they saw Liam. "Princess Myra," one of them said, his voice stern, "you know the rules. Humans are not allowed near the palace. Why have you brought this one?" Myra stepped forward confidently. "I trust him. He has shown courage and kindness. You will see that he is worthy." The beings exchanged glances, unconvinced. One of them stepped forward. "If he wishes to be here, he must prove his worth. Courage, wisdom, and strength will be tested. Only then can he remain near the princess." Liam felt a surge of nervousness, but he did not show it. He took a deep breath and nodded. "I will accept your challenges. I will do my best." The first test was courage. The beings led Liam and Myra to a cliff overlooking a deep canyon. A bridge made of thin, floating energy strands connected the two sides. Liam had to cross it while balancing carefully. Below, the canyon was filled with swirling winds and sharp rocks. "Trust your instincts," Myra whispered. "You can do this." Liam stepped onto the bridge. It wobbled, and he felt the wind pushing against him. He focused on his balance, one step at a time. His heart pounded, but he did not give up. With careful steps, he reached the other side safely. Myra's eyes shone with admiration. "You have courage," she said quietly. "Many would have given up. But you faced your fear and succeeded." Next was wisdom. The beings brought them to a maze filled with puzzles. Each puzzle required logic, observation, and quick thinking. Liam studied the symbols and pathways carefully. He noticed patterns that others might have missed. Slowly but surely, he solved each puzzle, earning nods of approval from the court members. "You see the world clearly," one said. "You understand more than your size would suggest." Liam felt proud, but he also thought of Myra. "I do this for her," he said silently to himself. "I want to protect her and earn her trust." The final test was strength, but not in the way Liam expected. He was not asked to fight physically. Instead, the beings placed a young alien child in danger. A simulated experiment went wrong, and the child was trapped under falling debris. Liam acted quickly, using tools and his ingenuity. He lifted the debris and carried the child to safety. The beings watched silently, impressed. Myra stepped forward, smiling. "You have shown courage, wisdom, and strength in ways I hoped. But more than that, you have shown heart. That is what matters most." Liam looked at her, feeling relief and pride. "I only did what I could. I wanted to help." The beings nodded, their expressions softening. "You have passed the tests," one said. "You are worthy of standing beside the princess." Myra took Liam's hand gently. "I told you, Liam. Size does not measure a heart. You have proven that humans can be strong in ways others cannot see. That is why I trust you." As they walked back toward the forest, Liam realized something important. Being human in a world of taller, stronger beings did not make him weak. His courage, his mind, and his heart gave him strength beyond measure. Myra had seen that strength and had accepted him for it. The day was not over. Myra led Liam to a garden where plants glowed softly under the light of the twin moons. Here, she explained more about her people's history. Her planet had faced wars and conflicts, but they had survived through understanding, compassion, and cleverness. "You see, Liam," Myra said, Strength is not only about muscles or power. It is about the choices we make. Your choices today showed that you have strength that matters to my people. Liam listened carefully. I understand. I want to learn more. I want to help, in any way I can. Myra smiled. And that is why I feel a connection with you. You are small in size, but your heart is large. That is rare in the universe. As the night fell, Liam and Myra sat together, looking at the stars. Liam thought about the challenges he had faced. Each one had tested him in a different way, and he had succeeded not by being the strongest or the fastest, but by using his mind and his heart. I never thought I could do this, Liam said quietly. But with you here, I felt capable. You inspire me. Myra looked at him, her eyes reflecting the glow of the moons. And you inspire me, Liam. You remind me that even the smallest beings can make a great difference. That is why I trust you, and why I want you near me. They sat in silence for a while, listening to the sounds of the forest. The wind whispered through the leaves, and the glowing plants cast gentle light around them. Liam realized that he had found more than a friend or an ally. He had found someone who believed in him, someone who saw his true worth. Myra rested her head slightly closer to Liam. The universe is vast and full of challenges, she said softly. But together, we can face them. Your courage today has shown me that humans can be extraordinary. Liam felt a warmth in his chest. He had never imagined that he, a small human, could stand beside an alien princess and be seen as strong and capable. I will do my best, Myra, he said. I promise to protect you and help your people in any way I can. Myra smiled, her silver hair shimmering under the twin moons. And I will trust you, Liam. That is all I ask. Together, we will face whatever comes, and perhaps, we will change the way our worlds see each other. The night grew deeper, but neither of them wanted to sleep. They sat together, sharing stories and dreams, knowing that this was only the beginning. Liam had faced challenges he never thought possible, and Myra had seen the true strength of a human heart. In that moment, they both understood something important: courage, wisdom, and heart could bridge worlds and create bonds that no danger could break. The next morning, Liam woke to the gentle hum of the forest. The twin suns were rising, casting soft light over the glowing plants. Myra was already awake, walking among the trees with grace. She paused and turned to Liam, her silver hair reflecting the sunlight. Today, I want to show you my city, she said softly. You will see how my people live and learn. It is very different from your world, but it is important that you understand our ways. Liam smiled. I am ready. I want to see everything and learn as much as I can. They walked for hours through the forest. Myra guided him along secret paths, showing him hidden streams and plants that glowed when touched. Liam was amazed. Everything on this planet was alive in ways he had never imagined. He realized that Myra's people had built their lives in harmony with nature. Finally, they reached the city. It floated above the forest, held aloft by technology that seemed like magic to Liam. Buildings shimmered with light, and bridges connected platforms in ways that defied gravity. People walked gracefully, their movements fluid and precise. Liam felt a mix of awe and nervousness. He was a stranger in this world, small and unfamiliar. Do not be afraid, Myra said, noticing his hesitation. You are with me, and that matters. My people will see your actions, not just your size. They entered the city, and Myra introduced Liam to her people. Some looked curious, some suspicious. Liam bowed politely, smiling. Greetings. I am Liam, from Earth. I mean no harm and wish to learn from you. A group of elders observed him closely. A human, one said. They are small, weak, and impulsive. How can they be trusted? Myra stepped forward. This human has proven courage, wisdom, and heart. That is what matters. Look at his actions, not his size. Liam felt nervous but tried to stay calm. He understood that gaining their trust would not be easy. He smiled politely and followed Myra as she led him through the city. They passed floating gardens, energy streams that powered homes, and children playing games Liam had never seen. Watch carefully, Myra said. These games teach strategy, teamwork, and patience. Perhaps your people can learn from them too. Liam knelt to join the children in their game. They laughed as he clumsily tried to follow the rules, but he quickly learned. Myra watched, her eyes shining with pride. See, she said softly. Your people may be small, but your minds are clever. That is why I trust you. As the day passed, Liam tried to understand the city and its customs. He observed the elders discussing matters, noting how respect and calm thinking guided every decision. He realized that intelligence, compassion, and cooperation were the true measures of strength here. Later, Myra brought him to a marketplace filled with glowing fruits, floating objects, and curious machines. Liam tried a fruit that tasted sweet and refreshing. Myra laughed at his reaction. You are simple in ways, Liam, but you appreciate things deeply. That is rare among visitors. Liam smiled. Your world is incredible, Myra. I wish I could share this with everyone on Earth. I have never seen anything like it. Myra looked thoughtful. Perhaps one day, humans and my people will meet. But for now, you must learn our ways. You must respect our rules and understand our customs. That is how you will earn their trust fully. As they walked through the city, a group of guards approached. They stopped Liam and Myra. Princess Myra, you know the rules. Humans cannot enter certain areas. Why is he here? Myra spoke firmly. He has proven himself worthy. He is my friend, and I trust him. You will see that he is not a threat. The guards exchanged glances, still unsure. Liam stepped forward. I understand your concerns. I am a stranger here, but I only wish to learn and help. I mean no harm. Please judge me by my actions, not by my appearance. Myra watched as the guards considered his words. Slowly, their expressions softened. Very well, one said. We will observe him. Let his actions speak. The rest of the day was filled with lessons for Liam. Myra showed him how her people harvested energy from plants without harming them, how they built floating platforms that moved like clouds, and how they communicated without words using subtle gestures. Liam was fascinated. He took notes, asking questions and showing respect for every rule and custom. Myra's people began to see Liam differently. They watched how he treated Myra and the children, how he listened carefully, and how he used clever thinking to solve small problems. Gradually, the suspicion in their eyes was replaced with respect. That evening, Myra and Liam climbed a tall platform to watch the city from above. The lights glowed softly, reflecting on the streams below. Liam felt a sense of peace and awe. I cannot believe how amazing this world is, he said quietly. Myra smiled. It is a part of who I am. And now, you are a part of it too, Liam. You are learning, respecting, and showing your true heart. That is all that matters. Liam looked at her. I want to do more. I want to help your people and show them that humans can be strong, clever, and kind. Myra reached out and gently touched his arm. You already are helping, Liam. Every action you take, every respect you show, every effort you make, these prove your worth. My people are beginning to see what I have known all along, your heart is strong. They stayed on the platform, watching the twin moons rise. The city glowed under their light, and Liam realized how far he had come. From a crash on a strange planet to being accepted by a world so different from his own, he had grown in courage, wisdom, and understanding. Myra rested her head slightly near his shoulder. The universe is vast and full of challenges, she said softly. But understanding each other, respecting each other, and working together can overcome any obstacle. That is what I hope humans and my people can learn from one another. Liam nodded. I will try my best, Myra. I will not fail you or your people. Myra smiled, her silver hair shimmering under the twin moons. I know you will not, Liam. You have proven yourself in ways that matter more than size or strength. That is why I trust you. That is why I feel this bond between us. As they returned to the forest to rest, Liam reflected on the day. He had learned much about Myra's world and culture. He had faced the suspicion of her people and had begun to earn their respect. He understood that strength came in many forms, not just physical. Courage, kindness, and intelligence were equally important. Myra walked beside him, quietly proud. She had shown him her world, and he had embraced it with humility and effort. She knew their bond was growing stronger. A human who was small in size could still have a heart that matched the greatness of her world. That was rare, and precious. As night fell, the forest glowed softly around them. Liam and Myra prepared to rest, knowing that tomorrow would bring new challenges, new discoveries, and new chances to prove themselves to each other and to Myra's people. But for now, they sat together, watching the soft light and feeling the strength of a bond that was forming across worlds. The forest was quiet that morning, the twin suns rising slowly over the glowing trees. Liam and Myra walked side by side, the soft light reflecting off Myra's silver hair. The events of the past days had brought them closer. Liam had learned about Myra's people, and Myra had learned about the courage and kindness humans could show. A quiet understanding had grown between them, a bond that neither of them could ignore. As they walked along a stream, Liam noticed how serene Myra looked. She was smiling softly, watching the water ripple over smooth stones. He felt a nervous flutter in his chest. For days, he had tried to hold back his feelings, unsure if he should reveal them. But now, the moment felt right. Myra, he said softly, his voice trembling slightly, there is something I need to tell you. She turned her head to him, her eyes curious and gentle. What is it, Liam? He took a deep breath, searching for the right words. I have grown to care for you more than I ever imagined. Your courage, your wisdom, your heart. I admire everything about you. And I wish I could marry you. I know I am only human, and I am small compared to your people, but my heart belongs to you. Myra blinked, surprise flickering across her face. She studied him, her eyes softening. She had sensed his feelings, but hearing them aloud made her heart beat faster. She reached out and gently took his hand. Liam, she said, her voice gentle but steady, you have shown me courage, kindness, and intelligence every day. Your heart is true, and that is what matters most. I I have felt a connection with you since the day we met. A connection I cannot ignore. And my answer is yes. I would marry you. Liam's eyes widened in disbelief and joy. You mean that? Yes, Myra said firmly. Your heart, your actions, your respect for my people and my world, these have shown me that you are worthy. Size does not matter. Love, trust, and courage do. Liam felt a wave of relief and happiness. He had never imagined that a human like him could be accepted by an alien princess, much less loved by her. He squeezed her hand gently, feeling the warmth of her touch. I promise, Myra, he said softly, I will protect you, respect you, and honor you every day. I will do everything I can to be worthy of your trust and love. Myra smiled, her eyes shining. And I will trust you, Liam. That is all I ask. Together, we will face whatever comes. Our bond will be stronger than any challenge. As they continued walking, they spoke about their hopes for the future. Liam shared his dreams of exploring other planets with Myra, learning from her people, and helping build connections between their worlds. Myra spoke of her desire to unite her people, to show them that humans could be allies, friends, and even partners. Their conversation flowed naturally, each word deepening their understanding of one another. Liam realized that he was not just speaking to a princess, he was speaking to a partner, someone who would stand beside him in every challenge. Myra felt the same. She saw in Liam a heart that was pure and brave, and she knew that their connection was rare and precious. As they reached a hill overlooking the glowing forest, Liam stopped and looked out at the view. The twin suns were now high in the sky, and the forest shimmered with life. Myra stood beside him, her hand still in his. I cannot believe how far we have come, Liam said quietly. From the moment I crashed on this planet to now, it has been extraordinary. And meeting you has been the most extraordinary part of all. Myra rested her head slightly near his shoulder. And for me, Liam, meeting you has changed everything. You have shown me that courage and kindness can come from the smallest beings. You have taught me to see beyond appearances, to value the heart above all else. Liam smiled, feeling a warmth that went deeper than he had ever known. I never imagined that a human like me could have this bond with someone as incredible as you. But here we are, and I feel like I finally belong somewhere. Myra looked up at him, her eyes reflecting the light of the suns. You do belong, Liam. And I am glad you are here. Together, we can face the challenges ahead. Together, we can show our people what true courage and love mean. For a long moment, they stood in silence, holding hands and watching the forest below. The beauty of the world, the glow of the plants, and the gentle hum of life around them made everything feel peaceful. Liam felt a sense of hope and determination. He knew that their bond was not just personal, it was a symbol of what humans and Myra's people could achieve together. Finally, Liam spoke again. Myra, I do not know what the future holds, but I promise to face it with you. I will stand by you, and I will do my best to make you proud every day. Myra smiled warmly. And I will stand by you, Liam. We will learn from each other, grow together, and face whatever comes. That is the promise we make to one another. The day passed with laughter and shared stories. Liam and Myra explored more of the forest, discovering hidden waterfalls and glowing flowers. They found joy in simple moments, like watching the birds fly and feeling the soft moss beneath their feet. Every shared experience deepened their connection, making the bond between them stronger and more meaningful. As night fell, they returned to their shelter in the forest. The twin moons rose, casting soft silver light over the glowing plants. Liam looked at Myra, feeling a sense of wonder and gratitude. "I am glad you trusted me," he said softly. "I never thought I could find someone like you in the universe. Someone who sees me for who I am, not just what I am." Myra reached out and gently touched his cheek. "And I am glad I trusted you. You have shown me the value of courage, kindness, and heart. That is worth more than any title, any strength, or any power." They sat together, talking quietly under the moons. Liam shared more about Earth, about its people, and about the small joys that made life meaningful. Myra shared stories of her ancestors, her culture, and the lessons she had learned about leadership and compassion. Each story, each shared thought, brought them closer. By the time they rested, Liam felt a sense of peace he had never known. He had confessed his feelings and found that Myra felt the same. Their bond was no longer just friendship or admiration, it was love, mutual respect, and trust. Myra, too, felt hope and determination. She knew that challenges awaited them, but she also knew that their connection was strong enough to face anything. In Liam, she had found not only a partner but someone who could inspire her, challenge her, and stand beside her in all circumstances. As they drifted to sleep under the gentle light of the moons, both Liam and Myra knew one truth: their journey had only just begun, and together, they would face the future, no matter what it held. The morning air was cool and filled with the scent of glowing flowers. Liam and Myra walked toward a large platform in the center of the floating city. Today was a significant day. The council of Myra's people had decided that Liam would face a series of trials to prove his worthiness to stand beside the princess. The trials would test his courage, wisdom, and compassion, and Liam knew they would not be easy. Myra walked beside him, her hand resting briefly on his arm. "Do not be afraid, Liam. These trials are not just tests. They are a way for my people to see your true heart. I have already seen it, but others must see it too." Liam nodded, taking a deep breath. "I understand. I will do my best. For you, for your people, and for the bond we share." The first trial was one of courage. Liam was led to a canyon that stretched deep into the planet's surface. Energy currents swirled violently above the rocks below, and floating platforms moved unpredictably across the gap. He was to cross the canyon using only his instincts and balance. Myra watched from the edge, her eyes calm but filled with concern. "Remember, Liam, courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting even when you are afraid." Liam stepped onto the first floating platform. It wobbled under his weight, and he felt the wind pushing against him. He focused on his movements, one careful step at a time. When a gust nearly knocked him off balance, he steadied himself and continued. He remembered Myra's words and pressed forward, until finally he reached the other side safely. The council nodded in approval. "You have shown courage. Many would have turned back, but you faced fear and succeeded. That is the first step of worthiness." The second trial tested wisdom. Liam was brought to a complex labyrinth filled with strange devices and puzzles. Each puzzle required careful thought, observation, and understanding of principles Liam had never seen before. The council watched silently as he studied the symbols and mechanisms. Liam paused at the first puzzle, noting how the symbols interacted with light. He realized that rotating one piece changed the energy flow in the room. With patience and logic, he solved the puzzle. One by one, he worked through the challenges, observing, thinking, and applying his knowledge. The council whispered among themselves. "He is small, yet his mind works in ways beyond our expectations." He adapts, observes, and solves. This is true wisdom. Myra's eyes shone with pride. See, Liam. Your mind is clever. You think carefully and act wisely. That is why I trust you. Finally, the third trial tested compassion. A young alien child was placed in simulated danger. A mechanical structure began to collapse around the child, and Liam had seconds to act. Without hesitation, he ran forward, using tools and his intelligence to stabilize the structure. He lifted debris and carried the child to safety, carefully checking that no harm came to anyone else in the process. The council watched, impressed by his quick thinking and selfless actions. One elder spoke. This is what we feared humans could not do. But this human has shown true compassion. He values life, he values safety, and he acts without hesitation. That is strength beyond size. Myra approached Liam after the trials, her face glowing with pride. You have proven more than courage and wisdom. You have shown heart, Liam. That is what matters most. My people needed to see what I have already known. Your heart is strong, your mind is sharp, and your spirit is brave. Liam felt a surge of relief and happiness. I only did what I could. I wanted to help, not to impress. But I am glad it shows who I am. Myra smiled and took his hand. It does, Liam. And that is why you are worthy to stand beside me. Your actions have spoken louder than words, and your heart has guided you well. The council nodded in agreement. We accept him, one said. He has passed the trials in ways that show his true worth. He is a friend to our people and a partner to Princess Myra. Liam looked at Myra, his heart full of gratitude and joy. Thank you for believing in me. I will continue to do my best, no matter what comes. Myra gently squeezed his hand. And I will trust you, Liam. Together, we can face anything. Today, you have proven that humans, though small in size, can possess courage, wisdom, and heart equal to any being in the universe. The trials were not over yet. The council asked Liam to solve a final challenge, to help unite two factions of Myra's people who had been in conflict for many cycles. Liam observed the groups, listening carefully to their concerns and fears. He spoke calmly and respectfully, showing empathy for both sides and suggesting solutions that balanced their needs. The factions, surprised by his understanding and fairness, began to listen. Slowly, tensions eased. The council nodded in approval, and Myra watched with admiration. You have done more than I imagined, Liam. You have shown not only heart and courage but also the ability to bring people together. That is true leadership. Liam felt a sense of pride, but also humility. I could not have done it alone. Myra guided me, taught me, and trusted me. That made all the difference. Myra smiled. And you listened, Liam. That is why you succeeded. Your actions have shown my people that humans can be more than they believed. That courage, wisdom, and compassion can come from anyone, anywhere. As the day ended, Liam and Myra stood together on a high platform overlooking the city. The floating lights glimmered beneath them, and the twin moons rose over the horizon. Liam realized that the trials had changed him. He had faced fear, solved problems, and shown kindness beyond what he thought possible. Myra's people now respected him, and he felt a sense of belonging he had never known. Myra turned to him, her eyes shining softly. Liam, today you have proven what I have known since the day we met. You are brave, clever, and kind. Your heart is true. That is why I trust you, and that is why I believe in us. Liam smiled, feeling warmth and determination. I promise, Myra, I will continue to honor your trust. I will protect you, help your people, and stand beside you through every challenge. Together, we can face anything. Myra nodded, her silver hair glowing under the moons. Yes, Liam. Together, we can face the universe. Today, you have shown that humans can be extraordinary. That is why I am proud to call you my partner. As they descended from the platform and returned to their shelter in the forest, Liam felt a sense of peace and purpose. He had proven himself, not through size or strength, but through heart, mind, and courage. Myra's people had accepted him, and the bond between him and Myra had grown stronger than ever. That night, as they rested under the glowing canopy of trees, Liam reflected on the day. He had faced trials he never imagined, and yet he had succeeded through cleverness, courage, and compassion. Myra lay beside him, her hand in his, and he felt that together, they could face any challenge the universe might bring. The trials had not only proven Liam's worth to Myra's people but also to himself. He had learned that being human did not mean being weak. The strength of heart and mind could overcome any obstacle, and courage was measured not by size but by actions. Myra whispered softly, "Sleep now, Liam. Tomorrow is a new day, and we will continue our journey together. But tonight, remember what you have shown. Your heart is strong, and that is the greatest power of all." Liam closed his eyes, feeling safe and proud. He knew that the future held many challenges, but with Myra by his side, he was ready for anything. Together, they had proven that courage, wisdom, and heart could bridge worlds and create bonds stronger than any force in the galaxy. The morning light bathed the floating city in a soft golden glow. Liam and Myra stood on a high platform, overlooking the city that had become their second home. The trials were complete, and the council of Myra's people had accepted Liam fully. Yet, the day held one more important event, a formal ceremony where his bond with Myra would be recognized by all. Myra looked at Liam, her silver hair shimmering in the sunlight. "Today is not just a ceremony, Liam. It is a moment when my people will see what I have seen all along. Your heart, your courage, your wisdom, they will witness it and understand why I trust you." Liam nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. "I understand, Myra. I will do my best. I want to honor you and your people." They walked together to the central platform, where the council, elders, and citizens had gathered. The city was alive with energy, floating lights twinkling in the morning air. The citizens watched closely, curious to see how a human would be accepted among them. The head of the council stepped forward, his eyes on Liam. "Princess Myra, you have chosen to bring a human into our midst. Today, we witness whether your choice is wise." Myra turned to Liam, holding his hand. "He has proven himself in ways that matter most. Courage, wisdom, and heart, these define his worth. Watch closely, for his actions speak louder than any title or size." Liam took a deep breath. He looked at the citizens and council members, bowing respectfully. "I am Liam, from Earth. I am small in size, but I have worked to show courage, wisdom, and respect. I am here to stand beside Princess Myra, to help her people, and to honor her trust." There was a moment of silence. The citizens and council members studied him, their expressions serious. Then, a young child stepped forward, holding a glowing flower. "You saved me during the trial," the child said softly. "You are brave and kind. That is enough for me to trust you." The crowd murmured, and the elders nodded. "Yes, One said. Actions speak louder than words. This human has shown courage, intelligence, and compassion. That is true worth. Myra's eyes shone with pride. See, Liam. Your heart is recognized. My people understand now, just as I always knew. The ceremony continued, with the council formally acknowledging Liam as a trusted partner and friend. They spoke of his bravery during the trials, his wisdom in solving problems, and his compassion for Myra and her people. Each word strengthened the bond between human and alien. Finally, Myra stepped forward and placed her hand over Liam's. Today, we recognize not only my trust in him but the connection we share. A bond that crosses worlds, a bond built on courage, respect, and heart. Liam, will you continue to stand beside me, to help protect and guide our people? Liam's heart soared. I will, Myra. I promise to stand by you, to protect your people, and to honor the trust you have placed in me. Together, we will face every challenge and make our world stronger. Myra smiled and turned to the citizens. Let this day be a symbol. Size does not measure courage. Strength does not measure wisdom. The heart determines the true value of a being. Liam has shown that humans, though small, can possess strength greater than any challenge. Let this inspire all of us. The citizens erupted in applause, their voices echoing through the floating platforms. Liam felt overwhelmed with joy and gratitude. He had been accepted, respected, and recognized not for his size, but for his courage, intelligence, and heart. As the ceremony ended, Myra and Liam walked through the city together. Citizens greeted him warmly, offering smiles, words of respect, and gestures of friendship. Children waved, elders nodded, and even the guards who had doubted him now smiled in acknowledgement. Liam looked at Myra, his heart full. I never imagined this could happen. I never imagined being accepted, not just by you, but by an entire world. I feel complete. Myra squeezed his hand gently. And you have earned it, Liam. Your actions have shown what matters most. The bond we share has proven itself through courage, wisdom, and heart. That is stronger than any rule, any title, or any obstacle. They spent the afternoon exploring the city and the floating gardens, laughing and sharing stories. Liam showed Myra sketches he had made of her world, noting how it had inspired him. Myra shared her hopes for the future, and together they dreamed of uniting humans and her people, creating a friendship between their worlds. As night fell, the twin moons rose over the forest, casting soft silver light over the glowing city. Liam and Myra sat together on a platform overlooking the forest below. The city lights sparkled beneath them, reflecting in their eyes. I cannot believe how far we have come, Liam said softly. From a crash on a strange planet to being accepted by you and your people, it feels like a dream. Myra leaned close, resting her head slightly on his shoulder. It is no dream, Liam. It is reality. You have shown what humans can do when they act with courage, wisdom, and heart. And together, we have proven that bonds can cross worlds and change lives. Liam smiled, feeling a sense of peace and fulfillment. I know challenges will come, but I feel ready. With you by my side, I can face anything. Myra looked up at him, her silver hair glowing under the moons. And I will stand with you, Liam. Together, we will explore, learn, and protect. Together, we will show the universe what courage, respect, and love can achieve. They held hands, feeling the warmth of their connection. The city around them was alive, full of light and energy, and they knew that their bond was now recognized by all. The trials had proven Liam's worth, and the acceptance of Myra's people had confirmed it. As they rested under the glowing canopy of the forest, Liam thought about the journey they had shared. From strangers to allies, from curiosity to trust, and now to love and recognition, they had grown together. The universe was vast and full of challenges, but they had discovered something more important, a bond that could overcome any obstacle. Myra whispered softly, "Sleep now, Liam. Tomorrow, we continue our journey, stronger and together. But tonight, remember that you are valued, trusted, and loved. That is the greatest achievement of all." Liam closed his eyes, feeling warmth, gratitude, and hope. He had found a place where he belonged, a partner who believed in him, and a world that respected him. Together with Myra, he knew that they could face anything, explore any challenge, and inspire others through courage, wisdom, and heart. As the twin moons shone brightly over the floating city and the glowing forest below, Liam and Myra rested side by side, ready to begin a new chapter of their lives. The bond between human and alien was stronger than ever, a living proof that true courage and love can bridge worlds and create a future filled with hope, trust, and endless possibilities.